Let's talk, shall we? I just want to talk about something that really bothers me. Bothers me as a human being, as a forward-thinking human being, I would say. Many people think that I'm not forward-thinking, but that's another question. As a human being who lives in a civilized society, and where the liberals and the lefties, I would consider myself a part of the lefties to some degree, they basically have given up their own ideas, their own ideology of liberty, of social justice, for basically pandering to certain groups in society. I can start with basically, in this episode I'm going to talk about the liberals and lefties' total complacency towards Muslims. No, not Muslims. I mean, not all Muslims. I must really make clear. Most Muslims are quite decent human beings. That's not a problem. I'm talking about when we see things. Even I am guilty of this, that even when I see things that are wrong, I really don't give a shit because of political correctness, basically. You know, when you know that something is so wrong, but because of your own inner thing that says, cannot say this because I would offend someone, that's because that is becoming more and more problematic. This is something I've seen among many liberals and lefties, especially lefties, where when we talk about Islam, we don't speak in the terms we need to speak in. We don't call it evil, even if it is an evil ideology, because we don't want to offend anyone. That's a big problem, and this is a problem that even I think Muslims must talk about. They need to really take care of these issues themselves. If they are to really get forward, they must first admit what is wrong with their religion. What's wrong with... I am an atheist. I think that all religions are wrong. But we cannot be complacent in have our, these things they put on horses. We can't really look into just narrow our vision to just Christianity or, religions we live around, We have to really criticize every religion. Even if it is Islam, Judaism, or Christianity, Hinduism. Hinduism is really strange to call it religion, because it's just a bunch of religions, but all religions are basically fucked up. So I don't really understand why, when you criticize Christianity, and no one bats an eyebrow, no one lifts an eyebrow and everybody, but yeah, that's okay. Then you say something about Islam. That's when it becomes problematic. For some reason. Why is that? how come we can't talk about Islam the way we talk about Christianity? Is it because of peer pressure, or the pressure of our society? Because people feel uncomfortable speaking candidly, not candidly, but freely about religion, you know, especially religions that ain't Christianity. How many people really criticize the genital mutilation that is done daily by Jews? No one, because that's accepted. That's accepted as the way it should be. Is that okay? Is it okay to permit some types of genital mutilation, not others? Why is it that way? How come we can like say this isn't part of the religion when it's clearly a part of the religion? When we talk about Islam was spread with a sword in hand. Islam was, if you are so fucking dumb that you do not understand this, isn't the fucking Quran. They talk about how to murder people, basically how to make people convert. It's basically the same way as Christians did it when they conquered the Nordic people, basically. When they converted Norse, because when they came, they were invited because just new people to you know make business with. But then they became a majority, and suddenly they started killing people if they didn't convert. And Islam was spread almost the same, not quite the same way, because that was basically gangs. They basically gangs that went out and conquered, and these gangs basically took and forced people to convert to their religion. I would say that perhaps this was a type of revolution, you could say, where it was spread quite slowly over with the sword in hand, basically, and they got all the oppressors. They got rid of their old oppressors. But why can't we just say that this isn't a religion of peace? Why? It was clearly made with a sword in hand, and it's in mandates to some degree, that it should be spread with sword in hand. Why can't we talk about that? Why is it that people say it's the religion of peace? It doesn't mean fucking peace, you piece of shit. It means submission. Islam means submission. Submission to a theocracy. A theocracy that is fucked up. I'm sorry, but I can't really. I have to say these things. Why the fuck can't we talk about Islam the same fucking way we talk about Christianity? Why can't we talk about the genital mutilations that is done in the name of religion, in, say, Judaism? Why? And why do we permit it? Why do we permit our fellow humans to subjugate other people, the other half of humanity, basically? When why do we permit that, and why don't we do a shit about it? I know that when I'm saying this, many people are going to get very offended and criticize me for being you know, basically don't give a fuck about people, but I do give a fuck about people. I just don't give a fuck about your fucking religion. That's basically my problem with the way this, even my fellow atheists, you know, they don't really want to criticize Islam because they don't want to offend for some reason. I do agree with Sam Harris when he says, when he made that audio bit, you know, Islam is a motherlode of bad ideas. I understand his words behind it. It was a soundbite. It was supposed to make a impact and make people talk. And I agree with them full-heartedly with the meaning behind those words. But if you're going to go forward, we need to make Muslims really understand that, yes, our religion is not a peaceful religion, but we will not stand by this. We will not stand by our own book. They should do like the Christians did, when the Jews did. They just keep it for ceremonial reasons, not as a moral guide, basically, because if you use the Bible as a moral guide, you're fucked. Because you sell your daughter into slavery. What the fuck, you know? Yeah. Why can't we criticize one religion but not others? Why can we criticize some religions but not others? My name has been Gigo Saren. Today is Saturday, the 28th of February 2015, and or 2015-02-28. I'll see you when I see you. Next time, Minecraft.